Welcome to episode 5, the last in this Millennial Money series.
Today is all about how to make your money work for you instead of you working for your money.
Hello, I'm Jessica McGuigan.
And I'm the inexplicably still single Chris Miles, and we're part of the Critchleys financial planning team in the city of Oxford in what I still like to call the UK.
We've kept the best until last. Today we really want to challenge the way you think about what your money can do for you.
Now, in previous episodes, we focused on what you could do to increase the money that you have to fund a future goal, like spending less, earning more and saving more. But what happens to all those savings you're building up? Should your money just sit there for that rainy day, or could it be doing something more for you?
Our aim today is to expand your view, showing you some of the different ways people use to make their money really work for them. Don't worry, we're not going to go into lots of technical detail. Think of this more as a whistle-stop tour of the money-making world.
Before we start our tour, however, you need to understand 3 key words: invest, risk and reward. Okay, let's start with the idea of investing. What does it really mean? Now, I hit Google and got this definition: to put money into financial schemes, shares, property or a commercial venture with the expectation of achieving a profit. Now, perhaps the key words there are with the expectation of receiving a profit. People invest money to make money, but they rarely get a guarantee that their investment will be a success.
And that brings us to our second key word, risk. There are many different ways of investing your money. One way to understand them all is to consider how risky they are. When people talk about investment risk, what they're really talking about is the likelihood of losing the money that they've invested. Some investing opportunities come at high risk, meaning you could lose everything that you've invested, and other types of investing have a much lower level of risk associated with them, meaning that the chances of losing money is low or zero. That's why ads for investment products have to say something at the end like, the value of your investments can go down as well as up, so you could get back less than what you invested. That's basically a warning that putting your money to work to make more money almost always has some kind of risk attached.
And if you're thinking about risk, you also need to think about reward. Some types of investment offer the possibility of a big reward. Other types offer a much smaller reward. What you find is that risk and reward are related. As risk increases, so does the potential reward. So, for example, a standard cash ISA is a zero risk product in that there is no risk of you losing your money, and that comes with a low reward. At the time of filming this, you'd be lucky to see more than 1.5% interest, that's a reward, paid on your investment. Whereas buying a company's shares on the stock market may offer a much higher potential reward, but you run the risk of actually losing money if your shares fall in value.
As a general rule, investment opportunities with potentially high reward also come with a high risk of loss. Investment opportunities with much lower reward come with a much lower or even zero risk that you'll lose money.
Now we're ready for our money-making tour. As we go, we're going to keep those ideas of risk and reward in mind. In fact, we'll use them to create our money-making map. To keep it simple, we'll move from left to right. On the left, we have low risk, low reward. The further you move to the right, the higher the risk and the higher the potential reward. Below the line, we'll put investments that you can do for yourself, and above the line, we'll put investment opportunities that are usually done for you. In other words, you have an advisor to help you choose the investment, set it up and monitor its performance. Now, the reason done for you is popular is that investing is complicated. There are lots of different types of investments that work in many different ways. Finding the right ones for you does take work and requires a level of experience and qualification to get it right. When you remember that getting it wrong means you could lose some or indeed all of the money you invested, you can see how important it is to choose an advisor you can really trust to do a great job.
Let's start on the left. So low risk, low reward and low effort. This is where a lot of people stay because it feels safe and easy. Investment products like basic cash ISAs sit here. They're low effort to set up, you won't lose your money and you'll get a small reward for putting your money there.
And while safety is great, people are attracted into higher risk territory by the potential of higher rewards. So, for example, you can buy shares or small slices of big companies on the public stock exchange. Shares that perform well will rise in value, and you may also get a share of the company's annual profit through the payment of a dividend.
Or you can lend money to companies or even governments by buying bonds that pay you interest. You can also invest in what we call a unit trust. Instead of investing in one company, unit trust allows you to join other investors in buying into a fund that owns lots of different types of investments. You benefit when the fund performs well, and you lose out when it performs badly. You'll notice that most of these investment products are above the line, meaning that you really need a qualified financial advisor or financial planner to help you choose the type of investment that is right for you.
So what about other types of investment that you can do yourself? We're going to list 3 as examples of the many different ways there are. One form of investment that remains popular is property. This may seem like a long way off to you right now, but take a quick look anyway. The idea is simple. Buy a flat or house and rent it out to other people. That way you earn money via the rent you receive, and you also hope your property increases in value over the time that you own it. In practice, of course, it's more complicated. It does require you to have quite a lot of money to invest. Choosing the right house in the right location is also not as easy as it might seem. And once you have the house, you will be responsible for the ongoing management of the property. So, like investing in the stock market, it is wise to get good advice before committing yourself.
And lastly, I want to mention 2 other types of investment opportunities: foreign exchange trading and Bitcoin or other forms of cryptocurrency. Now, you've probably heard about these as they've had a lot of media coverage in recent years. So with foreign exchange, the idea is that you buy an amount of foreign currency hoping that it will increase its exchange value over time. When you sell it, you hope to get back more money than you bought it for. Now with Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, the idea is similar. You buy some, you hope that it will increase, and then sell it to make a profit. Now this might sound straightforward enough, but in practice it's extremely risky, even to the point we'd regard this as almost gambling rather than investing. Foreign and cryptocurrency markets are extremely volatile, so we do not really recommend them to our clients.
So that's the end of our Whistle Stop tour and of this Millennial Money course. I really hope you found it useful.
Our team decided to create this course because of recent studies and surveys that showed that people's money worries were making them really ill.
Now, we know from our own experience that one way to decrease financial stress is to better understand money management basics. We hope that this short course has helped you feel a little bit more in control of your money now and of your finances in the future.
We do have one more thing for you to do for us. Please would you let us know what you thought about this course? How could we improve it? We'll send a very short 2-question survey to you by email today, so please do take a minute to answer it for us. Your input means a lot.
And if you found this helpful, please do share it with a friend or family member. The share buttons below are ready and waiting.
One last thing, if you would like some help putting your money to work by investing it wisely, please do get in touch. You can find out a bit more about us at www.critchleys.co.uk/FP.
I continue to be Chris Miles.
And I'm Jessica McGuigan. Thank you for your company on this Millennial Money short course. Goodbye.
Bye.